I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole after I saw a video of a disappointments room. This is a disappointments room. What it was is people that could afford it would build their own like little rooms or houses in their attics or their basements for people that were considered too ugly or were mentally ill somehow or disabled. And they would be hidden away from society. This is another disappointments room, and this was actually what started a horror movie called The Disappointment Room. This is what it would look like before it was fixed up. An actual child lived here, and this was due to ugly laws, most likely. The lady that owns the home now fixed it up and put some stuff like dolls and stuff in it as kind of a shrine to that poor child that was stuck living out her life in isolation there. And this is an example of an ugly law. It's from Chicago, and laws like this were all over the place, all over the United States by 1888. And this is Rosalind Kennedy. She did have some kind of mental illness, but due to a failed lobotomy forced on her by her father, she was also forced into isolation. This is Kennedy Cottage, and it is where Rosalind lived out the rest of her life in isolation. She only saw immediate family members and her staff to take care of her. If you couldn't afford it, sometimes your family member would be put into an asylum or a sanitarium or something of that kind, and the conditions were absolutely awful. They were living in their own filth, they weren't taken care of, they were neglected. But no matter where you put your family, because of these ugly laws and the shame that was attached to it, people were still neglected. They were deprived of social interactions and the medical care that they probably really needed. I mean, if it weren't for this man and a lot of other people that helped him out, we wouldn't even have curbs in our sidewalks. Fun fact, the first curbed sidewalk was in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Now, I did find some sources that this particular law stemmed from people begging on the street, mutilating themselves to make their situations look worse, and mostly the wealthy saying, ew, I don't want to look at people. So they were forced off and they were fined. And just keep in mind that the Americans with Disability Act did not come around until 1990. That's in my lifetime. I was a child, an older child, but I was a child when that law came on the books, and that is so disturbing that it's taken so long to say, yes, you are a human being and you deserve to be treated like one.